Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. A little bit late today, sorry about that. There's been a bit of business going on. So, in with the news, with all the finances finally being a bit more clear, we are now actually definitely going to totally be at MCM this coming October, and that will be all 3 days, the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday, so I hope to see you down there. Plan is we fly in pretty much on the Friday and out again on the Monday, just in time for Halloween. So, naturally, I'm a fan of Halloween, because I'm a massive horror nerd, as we all know. So, Halloween night, that is the 31st of October, I will be hosting a movie fright. So, that means we can hop on over to my twitch.tv/lyingabitmon channel and watch a horror movie or two. Hope to see you all there for that, but on with the schedule. Thursday night, we have Midnight Souls, once again at 11 PM BST. Failing the servers behaving well enough, we'll do another midnight screening of some description. I'll try and keep it PG-15. On Friday, we have another episode of Edgington, where we have a surprising surge of settlers. On Saturday, we hopefully have Mating Do, as promised. Depends entirely upon bugs during filming and whatnot. And we also tentatively have a D&D stream at twitch.tv/dragonhat at 9 PM BST, but that might get complicated based on the fact that Andy is currently in Australia. Keep an eye on the Twitter to see what becomes of that. Then on Sunday, we have an episode of XCOM 2 where a bunch of familiar faces do the March of Pain. On Tuesday, we have the second episode of Spring Realm where the people take on the first dungeon, that is the corrupted fortress, the domain of Bastilla. And we also have at 9 PM BST over twitch.tv/lyingabitmon, Yog Dwarfs Live number 58. We are now technically in 1.8, I still have like 500 bugs to squash, but we are technically in 1.8. Lastly, on Wednesday, we have another episode of Edgington where, for reasons, we are discussing worst case scenarios. And so, now on to the questions. These are of course drawn from the comments section of the preceding video, so if you have anything you want to ask me, drop it down there. Our first question of the day comes from Greater Snod. How did you miss the excess council tax being paid? The answer is, I wasn't shown it on a regular basis. It goes out by, direct bank order, so consequently, they don't actually announce that it's going, it just goes, and they only tell me anything if it doesn't successfully go. And until extremely recently, I have been very, very accustomed to living on, the very border of the black-red line, so this is why it seems suspicious now. Why on earth would I be on record for being at two different locations? Evidently, their system is about as bad as their capacity to actually manage the city, so Jackal of all trades asks, are you into linguistics, and have you ever tried to get into logical languages? I do like finding out how language has evolved over time, and especially why. I like finding out etymologies and such. So I'd say I enjoy logistics. I don't know if I'd say I'm necessarily into linguistics. For that, you probably want to go to Tumblr use a Sparks Flame. But as for getting into logical languages, the most logical languages I've gotten into are programming languages. Lastly, Bo Nicholas Mattiason asks, what books do you read? Let me see, I don't honestly have a lot of time to read these days. I could maybe try getting into audiobooks, but I generally have a lot of stuff to catch up on at the same time as well. What I generally do is I have a book set on the nightstand, as it were, that I just read a few pages of before I go to sleep. I am currently reading a book on zombies and forensics and how those two cross over. Before that, I read the Book of Yokai, which is a gift I got one Christmas. But yeah, I don't read much, but what I generally read are science, horror, or horror science, pretty much. And that is it for today, so hope you've all enjoyed. I shall catch you all